Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about a project that, in my opinion, has good short-term, mid-term, and long-term potential. And this project is called Naos Finance or the Naos token, right? Again, as always, guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research and any of the projects we have on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to their website, naos.finance, in order to learn more about this project, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page, although there's not a lot of information about this token on CoinMarketCap, I'm going to rely on some of the information that's present to do peripheral analysis, but I suggest you guys to do your own in-depth analysis before you put any of your money on this token, right? So what is Naos Finance? Naos Finance facilitates DeFi lenders and SME borrowers to allow both parties to interact in a permissionless manner on the blockchain. We enable the origination and funding of loans without traditional intermediaries. Naos Finance provides lenders with stable and recurring income streams while also connecting the on-chain world with much bigger off-chain opportunities. Ultimately, our goal is to fully automate the tokenization of real-world assets and make them available as part of the end-to-end lending process through Naos Finance. So again, right off the bat, this is again one of the common DeFi lending and borrowing platforms. So you may ask, what's more different about this platform compared to other platforms? So one of the main things that makes this platform very different is the fact that it allows for a recurring income stream which is also stable to all of its users. So again, if you take any DeFi lending platform, they do offer some lucrative interest rates, but at the same time, it's not stable. You get very high interest rates on one day and extremely low on the other day for the same token, right? And again, that's one of the main drawbacks of DeFi is the lack of stable income opportunities, and the opportunities are also not necessarily recurring. So depending on how much liquidity or trading volume or activity is happening on a particular project, the income streams may be intermittent rather than consistent and recurring, right? So Naos Finance aims to do pretty much the same thing that every other DeFi borrowing or lending platforms are aiming to do, but it does it in such a way that if you lend your tokens with Naos, you have a high chance of getting a much more stable and recurring income stream compared to several other projects, right? So again, that's one of the main features that distinguishes Naos Finance compared to other projects, and I think that's something that's slowly being noticed by DeFi users as well as even newcomers to the DeFi space are noticing the lack of stable income, and they're basically kind of like confused on where I can park my money and earn stable high interest rates and yields compared to platforms that give you an extremely high rate one day and then extremely low rate on the next day itself, right? So since platforms like Naos are slowly starting to come up, the DeFi users are going to slowly take off their money from less stable DeFi platforms and put it into more stable income generating platforms such as Naos Finance, right? And based on their the information presented here, it seems like they're also ultimately aiming to tokenize the real world assets, thereby making them a part of the end-to-end process through Naos Finance. So they're trying to tokenize anything and everything that can be tokenized and making it available or trying to make it available to users of Naos Finance, right? So that's their overall goal. Although this kind of paragraph was short, it was definitely useful in presenting what the peripheral picture is. So let's go to naos.finance in order to see what other information we can gather about this project. So DeFi lending for real world assets, you can click on the enter the app button here or learn more by clicking on the learn more button here. Naos protocol features, so you have lending, borrowing, automation, and governance. So lend, earn competitive yield from income generating real world financial assets. Again, pretty straightforward. Borrow, access the best interest rates from a large global lender community. Again, another straightforward information. Automation, pay down NUSD loans through yield strategies automatically over time. So again, this is something that is slightly unique to this platform. So they have NUSDs or Naos USD, which is a stable coin, and you can basically pay down the NUSD that you have borrowed through yield strategies automatically over time. So you kind of have this concept where the loans kind of pay for itself, but again, it is still in the preliminary stages. So eventually, I think this platform will not only offer stable yields, but also opportunities for borrowers to kind of like have this feature where the loans pay for themselves, right? And governance, again, just like any DeFi platform, you need to have a governance model, asset onboarding, interest or reward distribution, and product features. So these are all basically governed by the governance token, right? Which is the NAOS token. Market potential, so global credit gap is $3.5 trillion. Global trade finance gap is $2.5 trillion. So they're basically trying to capture these markets. In total, there's $6 trillion that they're trying to capture. It's only going to be a matter of time before which we know if Naos manages to at least catch a fraction of the $6 trillion value. But again, there is going to be a lot of potential for DeFi in the future, and it's just the early stages of DeFi. And I can only see a lot more projects that are similar to Naos or copycats of Naos that will capture market share from the global kind of like finance gap as well as credit gap, right? So that's an exciting time to be alive. So global RWA network. So there are 12 types of assets currently in the system, and about $350 million worth of real world assets with 2,500 plus corporate SMEs. And if you see, they have a very nice diagram that shows how the ecosystem works. So you have the real world assets that are brought into the DeFi space of Naos Finance, and you can basically borrow and lend. You have NUSD that is going to be the main player when it comes to providing stable yields and stable opportunities to pay your loan back automatically. So all of those features are really exciting to see, right? So strategic partners, they partnered with MakerDAO, again one of the most popular DeFi dApps on the Ethereum blockchain. They're also partnered with Chainlink and Solve, and they're audited by QuantStamp. Again, it's not a usually you can see new DeFi projects kind of like having at least 3 or 4 auditing firms auditing them. These days, if you just have one audit firm kind of audit you, it's not sufficient, right? But despite that, I think Naos Finance has still been audited by just one auditing firm, and I believe that they will eventually do multiple audits, because that's going to become the norm for the crypto space right now. So since we are all here when they are basically auditing, they only did the audit for the first time, it seems like we are extremely early compared to the masses, because as more and more audits start coming in, you will also expect more and more people starting to recognize the value of Naos Finance, and it's always good to be early ahead of the crowd, right? So that's a good thing. So if you see, you can also click enter app here to enter the dApp itself, which we'll see shortly. But before that, we can also see some of the social media information at the bottom of the page, where you guys can obviously interact with the team or participate in the community, right? So let's go to the enter the app. Let's enter the app. So if you go to app.naos.finance, this is basically where all the magic happens. So you have deposit. You can deposit DAI in order to borrow NUSD, which is the stable coin of the Naos Finance ecosystem. So you can clearly see that you get 6.13% because your DAI would automatically go to the Yearn YDAI vault, which will earn you 6.13% for deposits. And if you borrow, you can basically get a you can basically borrow a portion of your DAI's value. I believe it's 50% or even 75% or something like that of your DAI's value that you deposited in NUSD. You can borrow that, and once you deposit your DAI, it will start earning you interest. And you can see NUSD is going to be soon available multiple different dApps on the Ethereum blockchain as well as on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain, which is going to make it much more easier for people to use NUSD, right? So again, that's that. If you want to withdraw, you can do that. You can repay, you can transmute, you can click farms, and you can stake. If you have Naos tokens, which I'll show you how you can get for free by the end of this video, you can stake your Naos tokens on the Naos pool and earn 14% APR. Again, it's APR, not APY, which means APR is non-compounded interest that you earn. So when you compound it, in this case, you'd have to compound it manually, you earn a much higher percentage because of APY, which is compounding at regular intervals, earns more interest rate, right? So your APR, which is non-compounded version of interest rate, is 14%. So that's pretty good number if you ask me. You can also provide liquidity to Naos ETH pair on SushiSwap and earn 7% if you stake the Sushi liquidity pool or SLP, and you can do the same thing for Uniswap and you earn 215% APR, which means the APY would probably be somewhere between 500 to 1000%, right? So again, but bear in mind that whenever you provide liquidity, you suffer from impermanent loss, and the reason why liquidity pools have highest APYs or APRs is because the impermanent loss is higher and the risk of losing one or the other token in the pool is higher, right? So that's something that you need to bear in mind. You can also provide liquidity to NUSD in the 3-curve pool, which is again a 3-curve pool basically consists of USDT, USDC as well as DAI, and that's basically where you can provide liquidity on Curve Finance and earn 79% APR if you lock the LP tokens, right? So that's that, and overall it's a pretty simple to use platform, nothing really special. It's just another DeFi borrowing and lending dApp with not a lot of innovation, but it does try to do one thing which I really like, which is trying to provide stable and consistent income to people who lend tokens on their platform. And that's something that I really like, in the fact that I like passive income. I feel like obviously capital gains when you buy a token low and sell it high is important. Passive income is also extremely important because you need to basically start thinking about long-term implications and whether you want to work 9 to 5 or you want to be dependent on a day job. If you want to look at financial independence, you need to look at passive income, and platforms like Naos Finance basically aims to produce passive income, right? And that's something that we definitely need to take advantage of. So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for Naos Finance, you can clearly see the token is ranked 842nd by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and the token is currently trading at $1.74 at the time of making this video, with a 30.8% increase in the past 24 hours. Again, this is one of the reasons why this is happening or pumping hard, is because of the fact that this token is available on PancakeSwap. So this was basically an Ethereum project which has kind of ported its way into PancakeSwap, and once it's available on the Binance Smart Chain, projects that kind of recently moved from Ethereum to Binance Smart Chain start pumping, and that's the reason why this particular token is pumping, right? So you need to understand that once this token has pumped 30%, like how it is pumping right now, it's the only way it can pump longer and harder is if the entire crypto market is pumping, right? Since we are not seeing that, I feel like this token is going to come down anytime soon. So if you are trying to buy this token right now at this price point, I would highly recommend not doing so, because you are going to lose a lot of money, because people can get wrecked easily. So you need to please do your own research, use this opportunity to do your own research, and don't buy this token at this high price point, especially when it's 30% up in a single day, right? So going to the market cap, it's a very low market cap token. It has $15.3 million in market cap. That is, again, during the time of this crazy 30% pump. I think on average this token probably has somewhere between 13 to $15 million in market cap. But if it's on the red zone, it probably goes below $12 million, right? So it is a very low market cap token. It's quite unstable and highly volatile. So ask you guys to be extremely cautious before you invest in this token, right? But this token does kind of like fall under the low market cap token. But whether it's a gem or not, I think it is a gem, because it does offer a lot of unique opportunities in in the borrowing and lending space, which kind of provides a long-term stable income and recurring income, right? So that's basically one of the reasons why I would personally classify this as a low market cap gem. But you can basically take your own decision on this and do your own research, right? So if you go to the max supply, again, this token has a max supply of 300 million tokens. Not too good, because I only like projects to be, again, either 100 million or less in total token supply or max token supply. But this token seems to be 3 times more than what I would expect. But at the same time, if you see, this project does offer staking rewards and staking benefits, which for the short term, I think most people who stake and receive rewards in NAOS token, they're basically going to dump it on the market, right? So there is going to be some price stagnation. And if you see the circulating supply, there's only 3% of the total token in circulation, which is again significantly smaller, and the price slumping is going to be significantly longer for tokens like this, right? So the main problem with projects like Naos is that even though they offer something really good, due to a little bit of a bad tokenomics, they have a hard time taking off, right? But I think this token can easily take off in the future, because again, as I said, people are tired of having variable income streams from DeFi, and they are looking for stable income streams, and I think projects like Naos Finance is just offering that, right? So you can clearly see that since we are in the we are only having 3% of the total tokens in circulation, we are extremely early, right? So this token can easily go up, and I think as more and more people start participating in the ecosystem, the circulating supply is only going to increase, and even if a fraction of the people who are coming are staking their token for long term, that's going to definitely help this token price go slightly up, and even maybe if we are lucky, we can go upwards to significant moon levels, right? But overall, I think this token has a lot of potential, even though its tokenomics is kind of like a little bit not that great. But compared to projects that have billions and billions of tokens as max supply, this token is way better, right? So let's go to the charts, which is the interesting section of the video. You can clearly see that the token has been available, the price point of this token has been available since May 2nd of 2021, and the token was initially worth 70 cents at the time, and it immediately pumped and made an all-time highs of about $2.98 before crashing back down to an average price point of about 69 cents, or even sometimes below 69 cents. It has gone as low as I think 35 cents, which is I believe the all-time lows for this token, 30 to 35 cents in that range. This was in June 26th of 2021, and it was moving pretty much in this zone for quite some time until early August, when the token went from 35 cents to the current price of about $1.73, right? $1.74. It's still extremely high when compared to how low it was. So I would not buy this token at this price point. I would definitely ask you guys to be extremely cautious. As you see, the token has been quite flat. That does not mean that this token is a bad token. Again, you are free to judge on your own, but my judgment is that the token is definitely one of the newest tokens. It doesn't have a lot of traction, and it was also launched on the Ethereum blockchain, which means a lot of people who can't even afford to pay gas fees on a consistent basis get left out of these kind of tokens. And since they're not going to be able to use Ethereum, they don't realize that these kind of projects exist, right? Because they simply are priced out of Ethereum. But now that this project is available on the Binance Smart Chain, the people, like the regular public, the general public, can definitely use this token or even interact with this platform, and that's when the real kind of like pump starts to happen. Because as more people are exposed to the Binance Smart Chain because of the low fees, I think this token has a lot of chances of booming at this period. And since today is the first day when this token is officially available on Binance Smart Chain, you are pretty much extremely early, right? But that still doesn't mean that you have to buy this token at this price point. You can definitely wait. I would probably say look for this token to go below $1.40 or $1.50, and then you can start dollar cost averaging in at that price point. But if you want to get it for a really good price point, you have to wait a little bit longer. Maybe this token will take a little bit longer to go below the $1.10 or $1.20 mark. and that's going to be something that's going to be a really good buy opportunity, right? For now, this is a sell opportunity, not a buy opportunity. So if you go to the Bitcoin comparative, you can clearly see that this token is also the exact layout of the dollar comparative. The token was initially worth 1,111 satoshis per token on May 2nd, 2021. It made an all-time highs of about 6,000 satoshis per token before crashing back down to 1,400 satoshis in June, and pretty much stayed in that area, maybe going up to 1,700 every once in a while. But it was pretty much between the 1,300 to 1,700 satoshi range until early August. The token went from kind of like 8,900 satoshis, July 28th, to an all-time second all-time highs of about 3,600 satoshis. But at the same time, this token has been kind of like pumping. I think this token can pump even more, right? That's basically what I'm seeing from this chart. I think this token can pump more, but I think in the Bitcoin comparative, just like the dollar comparative, it will first come down and then it will start going up, and that's basically going to be the pattern that is going to follow. So I think this token has a really good buy opportunity below the 3,200 to 3,100 Satoshi mark, which will be a good buy opportunity. But I think since it's available on Binance Smart Chain, your best bet is to buy it with BUSD or USDT rather than buying it with Bitcoin or Satoshis, right? So again, that's something that you guys need to bear in mind. So when it comes to looking at the markets, you can clearly see that this token has has presence obviously on Uniswap because it was a former Ethereum project. It's also available on 1inch. It's also available on SushiSwap, and obviously it's available on Gate.io. I think Gate.io is one of the earliest exchanges to list most of the small cap gems. So it's good to keep an eye out for Gate.io's Twitter account to see if you can snipe out some new tokens before the masses start paying attention to it, right? But now it's available on Binance Smart Chain, so you can basically buy it from PancakeSwap if you want to, or you can get it from centralized exchanges such as MEXC or Who.com. But I wouldn't really recommend these two exchanges because it's better to stick with Gate.io if you're looking for centralized exchanges, and Binance Smart Chain's PancakeSwap for decentralized exchanges, right? Because the fees are extremely low. So that's basically it. So you're getting earlier compared to several other exchanges. Usually KuCoin or OKEX or some other reputed exchange lists the token if it's a relatively well-known project and it has a high potential, they'll list it. But since not a lot of projects, not a lot of exchanges have listed this, we are still extremely early for this project, right? So again, what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token has a high chance of breaking its previous all-time highs and maybe even touching the $3.50 range by the end of this bull run. And this token is only going to pump because it's already again, it's listed on Binance Smart Chain, which means it's going to get a lot of exposure, and it already has a decent amount of money locked into the platform. And as more and more total value locked, as the total value locked increases more and more, you're only going to see positive price appreciation, right? And my long-term price target for this one is probably somewhere between $4.50 and $5 if you're lucky. But it depends solely on what directionality this project is going to take and how much adoption is going to happen, right? So if you want to get this token for free, since it's available on PancakeSwap, you can basically stake some cake tokens in their recently launched syrup pool. In fact, it's so recent that you can easily get in early and accumulate a significant portion of the pool price of NOWs. So if you want to earn some NOWs tokens for free, please go to PancakeSwap's syrup pool, and I think this is the most recent pool that was launched today, and it's a very easy to earn method. You just take your cake tokens and then passively earn NOWs, and once you have once the pool dries out, or once you feel like you've earned enough NOWs for free, you can unstake it and you can either stake it in the NOWs platform itself to earn even more rewards, or you can sell it or trade it for something else. It's up to you, right? But I think this is a really good token to get in early if you want to get some free tokens. while you're doing your research, PancakeSwap setup pool is live, so you can stake some cake tokens to get some free NAS tokens, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please use like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.